So next theorem, in a group G, if order of A equal to n, order of A equal to n means A is an element of G, n is the least positive integer such that A power n is equal to E. So, and also given that D is the GCD of n comma m, now we have to prove that order of A power m equal to n by D. So, this is all given things. Now we have to prove that order of A power m equal to n by D. So, here we are taking one example, n as 4, m as 16. The GCD between 4 and 16 is 4. Y means if I write 4 here, 16 here, 4 4s are 16. So 0. The last non-zero remainder is called GCD. That's why 4 is GCD. Observe n equal to 4. In the total theorem we are taking n as 4, m as 16, d as 4. Okay, observe order of A power m equal to k. We have taken order of A power m is k. That means k is the least positive integer such that A power m whole power k is equal to E. So, A power m whole power k equal to E. And also given that D equal to n comma m. So, whenever this true, they are saying this is also true. Observe by using this example, D divides n. That means 4 divides 4. And also D divides m. That means 4 divides 16. Whenever this is true, this is also true. Y means second 4 can be written as first 4 into some integer. That integer is 1. Here also second one 16 equal to first one into some integer. That integer is 4. So, whenever D equal to n comma m, then automatically D divides n and D divides m. So, and also here 4 means n equal to D into P, m equal to D into Q. So, P equal to 1, Q equal to 4. P equal to 1, Q equal to 4 for this example. And also the GCD between 1 comma 4 is 1 only. So, if you write 1 here, 4 here, 1 4s are 4, 0. So, last non-zero remainder is GCD. That's why P and Q are relatively prime. That's why n equal to dP and m equal to dq, where P and Q are positive integers with GCD of P comma Q equal to 1. A power m whole power k equal to E. This equation is already we have at the starting only. M into k is A power mk equal to E. So, this is the theorem which you already known. The theorem statement is order of an element of G is n and A power m equal to E if and only if n divides m. That means n is RHS, m is power. The same situation here also we have order of A equal to n, comma A power mk equal to E implies n divides RHS divides power, implies n equal to dP, m equal to dq into k. So, which is implies dd is there. So, cancel that dd, p divides qk. So, observe here in this the example what we have taken, p value is 1, q value is 4. Here you can take any k. For example, I have taken 3. So 1 divides 12. Whether this is true or not, 12 can be written as first one into some integer, that is 12 only. So here this is p value, this is q value, this is k value. Observe, whenever p divides qk, p divides k is also true. Why means p is 1, k is 3. So second one can be written as first one into some integer, that is 3 only. So that means whenever p divides qk, p divides k is also possible. Next, consider a power m whole power p equal to a power mp, but m is a power dq into p, and also rearrange the power dp into q, but dp is n only. A power n whole power q, a power n is e power q, here it is q, e power q is e only. So we have a power m whole power p equal to e. That means we can easily say that order of a power m is finite and order of a power m less than or equal to p. Okay, here order of a power m is finite means order of a power m equal to k and a power m whole power p equal to e. Already at the starting only we have taken order of a power m is k. Now we arrived at the step order of a power m whole power p equal to e. Again, by using the same theorem, n divides m theorem, n is RHS. Here RHS is k divides power, that is p. Already we know that p divides k. Now k divides p. This is possible only if p equal to k. But p is we have n equal to dp implies n equal to, replace p with k, because p equal to k implies k equal to n by d. At the starting we have taken order of a power m as k, so replace k with n by d, then we get order of a power m equal to n by d.